Hi there, welcome back to True Gooner. In this video here, I'm joined with Kenny Ken and I'm joined with Claude. And as it's a boring old international break, we just thought we'll have a chat together about the season so far and how it's going. So tonight I'm joined with Kenny Ken. How are you doing? Hello?
Hello, can you hear
Yeah, I
me?
can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Right.
All right, all good.
Yeah. Excellent. I'm Claude. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, not too bad, Seb. How are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. So let's talk about the season so far. Kenny Ken, we'll start with you. How do you think it's gone? Do you think it's gone okay? Do you think it's gone better, or do you still think there's concerns? How do you think it's gone so far?
Well, the thing is, Seb, is that it's no different. There's no different to the sort of points we tally we had last season. Only that we've only lost probably one fewer game. One of the things that do concern we do certainly have a better team than we had last season, and we definitely have an excellent squad. However, a home form isn't what it should be, especially for a team going for the title. Um, I wouldn't say chopping points. If we dropped points against Spurs, I thought the result was a fair
Mm.
result, and I think even
Oh yeah,
Middlesbrough,
yeah,
where even it was a 0-0, Middlesbrough were good value for that point. So
yeah, yeah.
what what we're finding now is that we're finding teams who are trying to exploit the mistakes we make. We're still making the mistakes at the back, which I don't like, because if you look at when Arsenal defend, especially at the Emirates, it's always last ditch defending. It's always Petr Cech making a world class save keys in the game, and we're not solid as we should be. In the fact, I think if I can't remember us any game at the Emirates where we've been actually solid in terms of, especially in the league. I look at the
Well, even the Chelsea game, I
Middlesbrough.
thought we could do well.
Well, I think with the Chelsea game is that we took Chelsea allowed us to play. They got their
Yeah,
tactics
yeah,
wrong
yeah,
in midfield, especially
definitely.
in midfield with the playing Fabregas, and there was a mistake, and we exploited that. And then when Chelsea tried to get into the game, we had something to hold on to. So it was one of the games we refused to lose. Liverpool was just carelessness all over the
Yeah.
pitch,
Oh, I thought that was
and then
unprepared more than just.
definitely. But if you look in Europe at the Emirates, you look at against Basel. I thought we were fantastic. I thought we defended quite well. And against Ludacrets, we were very careless, and had some poor finishing. But away from home, I think that's when we've seen our best performances for me.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Claude? Do you think we're better away from home than at home?
Yeah, I think it suits us to play away from home, actually, because I think away from home, teams have to come at us a bit more, whereas home they'll just sit behind the ball. But I agree with Kenny on a lot of things there, but I think it's been a good steady start for me. Um, First game, we had two centre halves.
That aren't experienced enough and who haven't,
A
who
bit
are, yeah, young kids.
a lot of problems. Apart from that, we've been unbeaten since.
Mm.
No, we've been giving. We may have got away with a couple of games where we've got a bit of luck. That's you get luck in football,
Oh yeah,
but
definitely.
but at the end of the day, at the moment, I'd say I would say it's nice and steady, 7 out of 10. I think the Tottenham game, to be honest with you, I
Oh,
think, and I'm not making excuses here, but the Tottenham game was a bit of two teams, even Tottenham, were physically below par in the second half, especially. And I think that's especially with Arsenal. I think with the travelling over the week, with the journey to Bulgaria.
they also had a game midweek as well. If they played the day after.
Right, saying they're going first class, but if you notice, it's still a long flight, and there's two bit.
Mm.
They come back very early hours of the morning. Whereas the other, if you notice, all the teams that played in Europe as well, or played in the European games, they all suffered really, didn't they? Leicester lost, Man City dropped points. So, and the
Yeah,
only
they did.
done well over the weekend. The best performances came from Chelsea and Liverpool, who had a week to properly train properly for the game without any travelling. So, listen, got to wait now till the Man United game is the big one now.
That's massive.
Be no excuses for that. Ozil is going to have a nice rest. I see. I don't know. I heard that Sanchez was pulled up in training.
Yeah, I hope it's not a pulled calf muscle because it's not that bad.
And he'll be back. So I'm hopeful, but we have to go to Old Trafford with a right attitude.
Definitely.
Not have the attitude we had there last season. Otherwise, we'll come unstuck. But I'm hopeful. I'm not going to get too down. I mean, in the end of the day, it was a fair result. It was just two teams looking quite knackered, really, to be honest with you. And that's the end result. And by the way, everyone, boys, I did predict the game. I did predict the score before the game. So.
Yeah,
you did, mate.
You said a draw, didn't you?
I did 1-1, mate. I got it spot on.
Yeah, you did.
Well, you wouldn't be pressed too hard. The last two results before that was 1-1 anyway.
Yeah, I know. What's that all about?
Well, I think what's happening. I think what it is that Pochettino has basically like provided us with different tests when he comes to Emirates. When he came in 2015, he played men behind the ball and he hit us on the break. We weren't expecting that. We were expecting Spurs to play the expansive game and play the pressing game, which he was famous for at Southampton, and he didn't do that. So that took us by surprise. We like I said, took the game to Spurs, made our customary mistakes in midfield defence, and that's how Chadley got the goal, put the 1-0 up.
Oh yeah, that was Firmino and Chesney messed up. I remember that.
Yeah, it was definitely Firmino and Chesney, and then you've got the second one last season where they basically pressed us all over the pitch.
Yeah, we were outplayed.
Koscielny plays Kane onside, and they score a goal. At this time, they had to change their formation out of necessity, not because they were being clever. It's a necessity. I think what I'm trying to say is that with Alderweireld injured, he couldn't afford to play two left-footed centre halves together. So what he's done is he's played a free, and he's to bring balance in the central defence. He's brought Dyer, and he's put a free, and he's basically said to Walker and Rose, "You bob on," because we got the little protection. Because what was happening is that Vertonghen and Dyer covered left and right hand sides if the wing backs are out of position, and then what will happen is that Wimmer will cover the middle, and what's happening is he's asked Dembele and Wanyama to be the wreckers to force the play, getting amongst us, and then he's basically said to Eriksen, "You've got the free role to create stuff for Kane," and he's told Son, "You bob on, and whatever you do, if you bob on," he's saying Harry Kane, he's going to bob on, make sure they're getting space. And it was just like simple. And I think what was happening is that Spurs were basically walking the spaces we were leaving. And I think the game was probably a bit big for Alexander Iwobi, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I personally think Iwobi's the person that I think he's very smart. I've said for ages we shouldn't burn him out. He's been playing since many games, but he's done very well. But obviously, he had a nightmare, and he's never played in the North London derby, so obviously it was going to take time for him to know what it really meant. But I would have rather played Oxlade-Chamberlain on that field.
Well, I think what you're going to find said, but I think Claude probably won't agree with me because we don't agree on everything, me and Claude. But I think what's happening is that I was talking to an Arsenal fan. I don't know if you know him, Claude, but he's a guy called Clive.
Yeah, sorry?
Yeah, I'll call him the Godfather, Clive. And if you look at Ramsey in the European Championships, his best position was in the position that Iwobi plays.
No,
not the Ozil position. No, not the Ozil position. People assume it's the Ozil position. That's wrong. His game, when he played against Belgium, he was playing in the Iwobi position. Now, what's happened with Sanchez? If Sanchez is taking defenders out of their comfort zone, he's creating space for the midfield run. Like I said, auxiliary midfield runners like Walcott and Iwobi to run into. But that's not his game. But it's Aaron Ramsey's game, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, Aaron Ramsey's a natural finisher. Aaron Ramsey's in that position. We go 1-0 up, and I'm thinking that position, Aaron Ramsey can easily play on that. And I don't mean from a sort of, like I said, like obviously he's going to, be disciplined and helped Monreal. But from an attacking point of view, Aaron Ramsey's a goal scoring midfielder. Now there is no reason why he can't play that position. None at all.
Yeah, but he don't we be too narrow with him?
But what I'm trying to say, Paul, in an attacking sense, with Sanchez taking defenders out of the thing, one thing we've identified with Wenger playing Sanchez up front is that Sanchez is playing that false number 9, but he's basically asking Ozil, bomb in, I'll create space, you get in the end of things, and that is no accident. Ozil's goal scoring form has improved. It's no accident Walcott's goal scoring form has improved. And with Aaron Ramsey, who's got good footballing ability and also able to go to that spaces, we can get goals from Aaron Ramsey as well. I'm not criticising Iwobi because Iwobi's done fantastically well for us, but is Iwobi the natural goal scoring midfielder that we may need? Because if you look at Chelsea and Liverpool, they're thrashing sides. Chelsea won 4-0 against Man United. They won 5-0 against Everton. Liverpool winning 6-0. So I'm talking about goal difference here, Claude. And Man City on their day could thrash anyone. Now, we need goals from everyone. We're getting goals from Ozil finally. We're getting goals from Sanchez. And we're getting goals from from Walcott. But what are we getting from Iwobi? That's what I'm trying to say. Also, you know what I mean? We don't need Ramsey in the middle because we got Cavola there. We need someone who can basically beat. But then from a defensive point of view, we're saying Monreal is struggling and he's out of form, but he isn't out of form. He's not getting the protection.
He was very well, I thought. The other weekend, I thought he did brilliantly.
Yeah, but the thing with Monreal is Monreal was doing Koscielny's job for him. Koscielny was out of position quite a lot. But we'll get to that.
Let's play on the other day.
Koscielny?
Eh?
You mean Monreal or Koscielny?
Monreal.
I thought it was
absolutely. Yeah, but the thing is, that's the thing that a lot of fans don't see. They see the thing against Paris Saint-Germain. Well, Henriet was bombing down that right.
Yeah.
But what they don't, and he was like basically because he's got a lot of pace. He doesn't have to beat Ramsey. He just gets his cross in, and he's putting some fantastic crosses in. But what they don't see is he's running in empty spaces, and Iwobi's leaving. And I think Iwobi's doing that on quite a few occasions. And I think with Aaron Ramsey in that thing, Aaron Ramsey has the discipline to get there and protect Monreal. And then from an attacking sense, he knows that when Sanchez plays out of position, he knows there's space there. Now, he's a right-footed player. He can come in and boom, have pot shots and goal.
And you haven't got the pace down that side, have you?
Yeah, but the thing is, you talk about pace, but he's a strong runner. He's a very strong runner. He's got a good engine. And I think what it is, right, is that, again, it's about having a football brain. Like I said, your brain's always quicker than your body anyway. And I just think he can go to those positions. Now, I'm not outing Iwobi out the side. I'm just thinking of a way to get Ramsey in and get the best for the football side. Because goals are going to be a premium.
The big worry is now Sanchez if he's injured for a while.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I think the Chilean FA have said that in terms of Sanchez, they say it's a small tear, and they expect him to be fit for Uruguay, which is an important match for them.
I heard something completely different. I heard that we were going to have to wait for tests, but he said he's definitely out for Thursday, and he said he's likely to miss Tuesday, and he could possibly miss Man United and PSG. That's what I saw.
Well, I think what's happening is that you've got to look at the situation. You've got to look at the squad. We can't say that that we have got all these options up front and blah blah, and these options, and we've got a great squad. That's where Arsene Wenger has got to earn his money.
But Kenny, that's what I was saying. That's where I thought we were short of one. We didn't fill the forwards enough. Because now we haven't got no Perez.
There's no Perez until December.
Yeah.
We've got Giroud out now. We've got no one. We should have bought another striker.
Well, there's no doubt about that. But I think what's happening is that that's where the goals are. We're going to need goals from certain areas. Walcott playing up front it's just not good enough. We can't have him up there because he just hasn't. Although he has the pace, he just hasn't got the football brain to play there in order to play how we should be playing, how we earned to. Because I'll tell you now, as much as Giroud is a plan B, that plan B is very easy to defend against, especially if we're not getting like runners to run off him, and our play is too slow. It's easy to defend against, and I think that's where we could struggle, and that's why I pray the Chilean FA, if he's fit to play for his country, I hope he's fit to play for his country. It means he could be fit to play for Arsenal. But it's the selfish side of me would like him to come back to, like London, go and get himself looked at.
I'm saying he should be sent back, shouldn't he? Really?
I think you're right, Claude. I think you're right.
Because when Mesut Ozil did that, he wasn't sent back. He stayed in Germany.
Yeah, but West Germany are playing San Marino, so I think.
No. It was before he got. There was a couple of seasons ago. He got injured. He was covering him up.
Yeah, but I think you've got to realise, right, that as much as we love Arsenal fans, you've got to realise that in terms of the South America group for the World Cup, only five sides have got to go through. Now Chile are playing against Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Uruguay, all excellent sides. All excellent sides. And then you've got Peru that used to get the World Cup all the time. So he is essential to the way they play. He has, you know what I mean? And we shouldn't lose sight of that.
Yeah.
I have to agree with you there. And also going back to the Spurs game, because we saw most about mentality, because always goes on about this in Orthodox, is that we saw against Ludogorets, we went 2 down, and we actually brought it back. Then most people were saying, "Oh, that's a mentality change," because in most seasons Arsenal wouldn't do that. But I have to say, when we played Tottenham, we went 1-0 up, and we got the crucial goal before half time. Because what that usually does is that usually boosts you and dampens the opposition. But it certainly did the exact opposite. And also another thing is that we had another chance to go top of the league, just like we did against Middlesbrough, and we blew it. It's just that we did quite a lot last season. So do you still think something is missing there with that mentality to actually go and push on? Do you still think?
I just think that the players were mentally drained in the end and physically drained. I just think we've been playing Sunderland away. We went to Bulgaria, I think.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and I think that took a lot out of them. That coming back from 2-0 down over there as well in that game. In hindsight, to be honest with you, I would have tried. It would have been better if Arsenal could have organised a team and left Ozil and Sanchez back in London.
Yeah.
Be nice and fresh for the Tottenham game and organise a team without them. He could quite easily have done it and organise a team to beat Ludogorets without them 2 players in the team. I mean, that's what we've got for. And then we could have had them much sharper for that game. But who am I to say? I mean, I don't know if Kenny agrees with me.
I think. Well, how the game panned out, I think what was happening is, even though you're right, we should have let them out. But how the game panned out, if it wasn't for their extra quality, we probably would have had our first defeat in the Champions League. So it kind of works in roundabouts.
Hold on a minute, Kenny. That's up to the manager then to find another way of dealing with it, and perhaps going over there and being more. If we didn't have those 2 players, we probably would be more defensively disciplined anyway. We haven't got them 2 players in the side.
I might you're right, but I think what it is with Arsenal, and it's not the same with other sides. Like not so much as Chelsea. I think it's just a lot of football sides. It's like if you make too many changes, right? Especially where sometimes you make changes because you have to, because the players are injured. But if these players are fit and you're resting them, what's happening is that sometimes the continuity of the way you want to play gets disrupted. Like you're getting players who don't play that often to follow a system and a pattern of play which they're not used to. If you look at it, Jenkinson, like I said, let's be honest, he hasn't played for a long time for Arsenal, but he's struggled. I thought Jenkinson struggled, and I thought he wasn't the only players that struggled, but other players have struggled. And I think what's happened is that he's played Ozil Sanchez because, let's be honest, Ozil Sanchez are here want to win the Champions League. The Champions League is more important to them than the league. As much as they protest a lot.
Ken. I mean, if it was a quarter final, I can understand that.
Yeah.
We're virtually qualified in, and I think if we'd have got a draw out of the game, I think we would have been qualified anyway.
Yeah,
So
I think if the thing is right, as football fans, I know for a fact that you'll stick to your opinion. Win, lose, or draw, you'll stick to your opinion, and I think I will as well. I think Steve do. But trouble is, right, you know my stance on Wenger, and you know it's a very strong stance, and it's very pro him being replaced. But I look at Arsene Wenger's situation. Damned if he does, and damned if he doesn't. He leaves those two out. We lose. Can you imagine the meltdowns against it?
The trouble with our manager is he's got one way of playing, and I mean he can't adapt to other teams changing their tactics. You know?
Claude, you took the words right in my mouth, mate. That's 100% true.
Yeah, that's why.
He's more of a man manager and getting the players out there to play. But when you have to change tactics to win important games and adapt to other teams changing their tactics, we've come found wanting, don't we? So, I mean, and you've also got to look at it as well. Chelsea and Liverpool, have played four less games than what we have. So they're obviously going to be more fresher as well. You know, that's what you've got to take from the weekend's game as well. You know, they're of course going to be a lot more fresher than us.
Yeah, definitely. But also going back to the point where you said that Wenger has one way of playing, I think this is basically the problem why most teams know how to fail, because you've seen when we played with Southampton, Middlesbrough, and now Tottenham at home, we've struggled to break teams down. But I agree with you, the reason why we beat Chelsea, because Chelsea got their game plan wrong, is they attacked us. So we're going to have a lot more games like this where teams are going to park the bus and we're going to struggle to break teams down. So do you think that also needs to change as well, that kind of mentality of changing the way you play?
Man City drew with Middlesbrough is exactly what we've done. So we've got to look at this as well. And I know it's hard. We've got to look at it to put it into perspective. All the teams that played in the Champions League all struggled. It's no coincidence. Yeah. The two teams played really well over the weekend, had a week off, and could train properly for the games.
I mate, you're right, but you've got to realise as well, those two teams were helped by coaches whose teams were just inept. I mean, I watched the Chelsea game against Everton, and Everton were embarrassing. I think they're a disgrace to their fans and a disgrace to their manager. They play free at the back to replicate Chelsea. Yet, in order to play Chelsea man for man, you had players who were making individual mistakes. The first goal, you don't let Hazard coming from the inside left and running his right foot and start running at you and start taking shots. You just don't do that. And then you look at the second goal. You know, Alonso as well is come out of nowhere on the left-hand side. These were all individual errors against teams who basically were visibly scared of them. Watford are an embarrassment. They're a disgrace to their manager because you know what
I mean.
You know what I mean?
John Motson's comments were embarrassing. I mean, to say that was the best team performance he's ever seen. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, but I think with John Watson, I said, if what's happening, you get carried away, don't you? Whenever you watch a football match, you see, basically everything like everything you touch goes in the net. The tactics are spot on, the attacking, and you play scintillating football. You tend to forget to look into context, i.e., who you're playing and how bad the opposition are playing. Oh, you know what I mean? And I think yeah.
And if you look at Ross Barkley, that's a typical reason why English players are going. When you look at Ross Barkley, that performance really showed English football, the state of English football, mate. Did you watch Ross Barkley's performance? It was terrible, awful. This is a player with so much talent, and yet, I just don't understand it.
I think that, but you've got to realise, right, with English players, right, is that financially because financially, right, they're looked after. They don't need, because remember back in the day in the 80s, Claude, I think, Seth, you're probably way too young to know this, but we're trying to include you in this. Remember back in the 80s when Serie A played the best wages, where players like Ian Rush, Trevor Francis, David Platt, Ray Wilkins, they went to Serie A. I mean, Ian Rush went to Juventus, Graham Souness and Trevor Francis went to Sampdoria, Ray Wilkins went to AC Milan, David Platt went to Bari first, and he went to Juventus, and they had the world's best players, and they paid the best wages in the late 80s and early 90s, and then, you know, hence the fact that they were dominating Europe, and then afterwards you had La Liga where the best players are going, and then you had the Premiership. We had our turn as well in the Premiership, but I think in terms of the English player, you get a feeling with English players is that they like to be cuddled. They don't like to venture out. They like to you know, play their football and have enough time to see their wives, their girlfriends, their mums and dads, and their mates, and they don't make sacrifices like Gareth Bale's done to go to Real Madrid. He's, like I said, he's tested himself. He knew he was too good to play at Tottenham, but he thought, you know what, I'm playing the best football of my life, and I want to play it for the best club side, Real Madrid. I want to be able to do it week in, week out, and he's tested himself, and it's worked. But English players or British players don't want to do that. They like to be in the comfort zone. And to be honest, Claude, they're getting so well paid. They probably don't need to go abroad because of the money they're getting.
Yeah, sure. I just thought it was an appalling performance for them.
Well, you know what's happening. It
upsets me when I see players who've got so much talent just waste away and don't have the attitude to really go up that extra level.
Claude, mate, you understand right, but you look at all these players, right? Is that some of those players who played abroad, right? They're not gifted. They weren't naturally born footballers. David Platt is not was never naturally talented. Neither was Kevin Keegan, but they worked at their game, and they made themselves into the top class footballers. David Beckham has a natural right foot. He's a good crosser of the ball, but in terms of all-round game, he's a natural talent. But he worked at his game, Claude. He worked at it, and he improved and improved and improved. And I think, and that's one of those things where, if you want to make it, no matter how talented, you've got to work hard, and you've got to work hard some more, and you work hard and keep on working on trying to improve. Cristiano Ronaldo, in my opinion, is the best player in the world. But what people think about Cristiano Ronaldo, they think he's just a show who drives supercars and prints his hair. But the guy works hard. He works hard. He gets his body fit. He's the last to leave the training ground, and he practices, practice. And he's no accident. He's where he is now.
Yeah, man, it's true. Couldn't have got this. It's just a shame that when you see such talented players just not fulfilling their potential.
Would you put Jack in that category?
Yeah, would you put him?
With Jack, I would say it's more. I would say he's been really blighted by injuries, But sometimes I can't really have a go at Jack because he's had a bad luck run of injuries. But maybe, I'd like to see him free of injury, then I could judge him, but I wouldn't judge him.
Yeah. So basically, if you look at the squad right now and look at the teams around us, do you seriously think that Arsenal really can go on and challenge? What we all want is at least for Arsenal to be champions of the league. So do you think that there is a difference this year in mentality, or do you think it'll be the same thing come April? What do you think?
We've got the squad that's capable of winning the league. I don't know whether we've got the manager that can get them into that position to win the league. The squad is capable. Can the manager get them going? Can he tactically get them going in the games that really matter? And if he can, we can win it. But as Kenny says, I think I just don't know whether we can adapt to some of these changes other teams make. Sometimes we fall into the trap. But at the moment, we're doing all right. We're sitting nice and pretty. I know we're not top, but
positionally wise, Claude, we're not in a bad position. You've got to realise, right, it's that Chelsea have won every game since they lost to us. So, you know, with 3 points for a win, it looks like they're having a sensational season, but they've lost 2 games. Liverpool are just winning games. And I think that's the thing. When Liverpool nearly won the league in 2014.
Yeah, but they won't be Watford every week.
Yeah, of course not. But they're still winning games. Remember, Liverpool beat us. They went to Chelsea and won.
Yeah,
Man United, and at White Hart Lane, they're on the better side.
Yeah.
Wouldn't too much into the game with us because I think we were just completely. We had how many? We had 2 centre halves out. We had Ozil out. We had not making big excuses, but we didn't know we wasn't ready. We wasn't prepared. And
but the thing is, Liverpool had the same sort of preparation as us in times of term. But what's happened is that their manager was on the ball. You know, he was able to get some of his players to play they really wanted. And basically, that setting off when it was 1-1, they absolutely punished us for every mistake we made, and we deserved to lose that game, even though we came back into it because Liverpool, you know, gave some gifts from heaven. But on the balance of play in the second half, it was, you know, like I said, if you make those errors on a regular basis like we did during that game, we deserved nothing.
Having said that, they lost this season, didn't they? So they're not exactly perfect. But
no team perfect. Every side, Spurs are going to lose, all right? Spurs are going to lose. I expect Spurs, you know, I expect Chelsea to pose Spurs some serious problems when they go to Stamford Bridge.
Ken, what gets me on, there's a few on Fan TV the other day, and people, they were expecting us to beat Spurs 3 or 4. Yeah, come on, they've only conceded 2 goals in open play this season, mate. And yet here we people talking about we were supposed to pressure. You know, I mean,
I was expecting to beat them, but Russian is going a bit over the top. But I was expecting to beat them with the confidence we were in and with it.
Yeah, but
and I always expect to beat them at home. I don't care what people say. I always expect to beat them at home. Yeah,
but I think the trouble is your thing is right. Is that problem with Arsenal fans, right? They get lulled in the sense of security, and I was actually talking to yesterday to a few people, and I was just on Fan TV, and I said the same thing. If you're playing a team, right, if you've got your best team out, right, and you've got key players out, right, the referee, the Football League are not going to, or the FA are not going to call that match out. You still got to fulfil that fixture. So if you're playing a team like Arsenal and you've got players out, the team you actually want to play is Arsenal, because they don't change the way they play. You know Arsenal going to play. So basically, you're going to think, right, Arsenal don't want us to do something. So let's do what Arsenal don't want us to do. Man United last year, when apparently we were going to beat them 4 or 5-0 embarrassing and get revenge for the 8-2. Not in a million years, because Man United, Van Gaal, knew how Arsenal was going to play. So he thought, we're playing at Old Trafford, they're going to make these mistakes, and we're going to punish them. But what we're going to do is that we're going to press them and force them to make these mistakes. Tottenham at the weekend, no Dele Alli, half-fit Harry Kane, no Alderweireld. Yeah, but it didn't mean that they weren't going to come and cause us problems, because we don't change the way we play. And he'll watch their games, and he'll watch the game in Bulgaria, and he'll watch the game against Middlesbrough, and he said, right, there's a lot Arsenal, they're allowing players to walk into goal-scoring positions and not following the runners. We can exploit that, even if we don't have these players, because I believe that I've got a strong squad and I can still hurt Arsenal. And that's exactly what happened. And that's what is like a lot of Arsenal fans are cheering, because Ibrahimovic isn't going to play in 2 weeks' time.
You know
what I mean?
You know what worries me, and I've stopped watching the last couple of games. As soon as you're running at Mustafi, he looks a bit dodgy. I don't know. As soon as you make runs on him, he don't look.
I think the thing is that, Claude, right, in any walk of football, any team with any sort of discipline, you don't want. It doesn't matter whether the player's got pace or not. You don't want anyone running from deep at your back foot. It just doesn't. That's not proper football. That's PlayStation football. You know what I mean? And that's what we had a lot of times last season, where teams were getting out of pack 4 from deep positions on a counter attack. If you look at Crystal Palace's goal when they at the Emirates, 3 or 4 mistakes where they've gone from one end to the other, and Carragher and it ends up with Gabriel having to go out of position to go and get Adebayor, who got the better of him, and he's laid it on for Balassi, who's put that shot past Czech.
Well, that was awful.
You know what I mean?
And I thought that was partly Czech's fault as well.
Yeah, but
You're supposed to say that.
But we made 3 or 4 mistakes on the build up to that.
There was lots of mistakes.
Yeah.
There was lots of them.
Yeah, but all right, Sunday, second half, ball watching. Everyone knew that Danny Rose was a free man, but he's managed to, like I said, I think is it Dembele or Ericsson, still managed to get Danny Rose on the left-hand side. No one picks up Danny Rose. He puts a cross in. Monreal has to go in position to cover the position that Koscielny's left, and luckily he put Harry Kane off. But these are what Tottenham were doing on a regular basis. They're running into areas where we were defending, last-ditch defending. But when Tottenham defended, it was nice and assured because they're organised. We're not.
Yeah, we're not.
And that's what's going to kill us.
It's the way we play, isn't it? I think it's with the way we play, Kenny.
Yeah, mate, you're right. I think, but the thing is, right, is that Arsene Wenger is so stubborn. It's that he wants to win playing this football utopia. Like I said,
exactly. I'll give you an example, Kenny. We were 2 up at Upton Park last season. Was you there?
Oh, don't bring that up. That was awful.
But it's something we've got to analyse.
We're 2-0 up.
Overhead, yeah.
Facing the 3rd goal just before half time.
Yeah, we should have.
Rather than hitting on it and waiting for the second half to counter attack, we went trying to get 3 and 4, and we end up going in at half time 2 each.
Yeah, I know that should
Because
never be.
That's the way we play.
That should never be happening.
Yeah, but
I agree with you there.
Yeah, even so, if you look at Spurs in the second half, right? I was talking to a mate of mine at half time when we were 1-0 up. And I said, if we keep it tight for 70 minutes, Spurs will have to play 4-4-2 because they need to get support for Harry Kane. And if they play 4-4-2, we've got spaces and we can hit him on a break. But that's only if we keep us in it. Within 5 minutes, it's 1-1. So Spurs don't have to change formation. And they can take control of the game.
Yes, definitely. And you have to also consider in mind what was said at half time.
We've got an £500,000 a year manager that can't see that, and it just baffles me.
So what do you think he did say at half time for them to cause the mess that this is? Because, like I said earlier, and I've said in this, we get the goal before half time. That's the most crucial time to get the goal. That listens you and weakens the opposition. He said he did the revolve opposite. Because it lifted them and it weakened us.
Yeah. But again, it's about a situation. It's about like the balance of play and times of the goals. If it's 1-0, 70 minutes ago, 71 minutes ago, Spurs will have to go 4-4-2. They've got no choice but to go 4-4-2. It's a given. Space.
Not only that, Kenny, but I mean, we knew that Harry Kane was going to last for 90 minutes, didn't we? We all knew that because he just come back after.
But with
keep it tight. That's what I'm saying. He would have had to come off eventually. He would have been completely knackered, and we might have won. But I mean, it's too late now.
Yeah, but I think the thing we got in our favour, Claude, right, is that we haven't had these. Because of the way we've been playing, and the fact that we're unbeaten, we haven't had to question Arsene Wenger's approach too much. But I do feel in November with Spurs, just having Spurs and Man United, his management is going to come into question. And I'm not saying because we've lost. What we're talking about with Arsene Wenger is his approach to matches, his tactics, his inability to change things, and his, his insistence of playing one way, playing the way the opposition want us to play. And in this season, all seasons, when he's got the options to change things, it's a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
Now on to that.
Then we'll just have to hope that he does get it right. And,
well, Claude, you're going to Old Trafford, right? Now, you're not going to agree with me on this, and neither you said. But I think the only way we're going to beat Man United is on a counter-attack. Because what's happening is that if we play the same way that we normally play, Mourinho's going to already devise tactics. He knows that things. So what he's going to do is he's going to have Herrera in midfield. He's had Fellaini, and what Herrera's going to do? Herrera is a good ball player, but he's also a wrecker now. Fellaini's a wrecker, and then what will happen is that they're going to earn the right to play. They're going to know they're going to play Rashford because everyone is out. They're going to play Martial, and what they're going to do is they're going to get them. They're going to get them to run at the spaces where we're going to leave space because people are not doing their jobs in midfield. And then
they have character.
Is that character dictate as well? And what will happen is that they'll be at our back four because there's no protection. And then before you know it, it's 2-0. It's 2-0 after 20 minutes and a game over. That's what could happen if we don't change the system. Now, if we play on a counter attack and we play obviously Carvalho from a deep line midfield, and hopefully we have Sanchez. And what we can do is that we get Man United on us. They haven't got the ability to take the game to us because they're not the same they were before. They haven't got Giggs. They haven't got Lee Sharp. They haven't got Koscielny. They haven't got players. Valencia probably is not going to fit. They haven't got the inspirational wingers they got before. They don't dominate teams at Old Trafford. They just haven't got the ability to do that.
They've got a man and we'll work out a plan.
So what we do there is that if Man United come at us and the ball breaks down, with the pace of Walcott, with a strong runner of Ramsey, with Ozil, who people tell me is a strong runner, we get in and we support Sanchez. We make them on the defender retreat, and that's how we can beat Man United on the counter attack by playing deep. But Arsene Wenger won't do that. He won't do that.
No, I know. Let's hope he does change, and we.
That's the only way we're going to beat Man United on the counter attack because that's how teams have played them. Stoke got a point on their counter attack. On a counter attack, because what's happened is that they kept this shape in midfield. They rode their luck because Man United were creating chances and were making good saves, but Man United couldn't put them away. And because Man United couldn't put them away, they took their chances and bombed on. They could have. Even before Allen got the goal, they could have scored. They had chances, and that's how we beat Man United. This Man United side. If it was under Sir Alex Ferguson, different kettle of fish, But this isn't Alex Ferguson Man United. This is a Man United in transition, but who are still dangerous.
See the pattern of play. You're going to get Fellaini committing fouls just to disrupt our game.
But. Mate, you're right, but he can't commit those fouls if we're compact and we're playing deep. He has to take the game. He has to do what he doesn't want to do, which is take the game to us and being an option for midfield, i.e. a running option. That's not his game. He's a wrecker, and then what's happened is that he's a basic auxiliary striker from set pieces and because of his goal scoring ability, but.
And guess Pogba's starting to find his form. That's typical.
Yeah.
Well, Pop, I think this is hilarious that people are writing a player off who we all know has got fantastic football ability.
I'm annoyed with our fans because I hope they don't come back to bite us. Going on about him at the start of the season, how he's making jokes about it. And they try to get me involved, and Robbie tried to get me involved.
What's the point of that? I was filmed doing a dab. But I was only having a laugh. But the thing with Arsenal fans, right, is that when you start winning trophies on a regular basis, i.e. the big trophies, the League and the Champions League, then by all means turn your noses down at teams like Man United. But at a moment, right? Yes, we are better than Man United. We finished higher than Man United. But in terms of the footballing utopia that we want, we still haven't won the title for 12 years, and we still haven't won the European Cup. So we need to show a bit more humility as Arsenal fans.
Definitely, I couldn't agree with you more. And because of this, we haven't got any right to be complacent like this because we haven't won the title for 12 years and we haven't won the Champions League. So there is literally no room for complacency. So just before we wrap this up, I'm just going to ask you now that Manchester United game that we've been talking about is now a must win because obviously after taking 4 points out of Tottenham and Man United, because if we got one beat Tottenham, then a draw at Man United wouldn't be so bad. But now we actually have to win there. So
not necessarily because it's still early. I think.
Yeah.
You don't win anything in November, but
we The important thing, we mustn't lose the game. Not, but we are level on points with Man City at the moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. You don't win anything in November, but what you really want.
Level on points with Man City at the moment. So it's not as if it will be a disaster, but if we lose, it will psychologically it will damage us for the rest.
It'll damage,
you're right.
Confidence.
I actually believe a draw is not a bad.
I think the draw at Old Trafford, a draw against
not the worst.
Mourinho is fantastic. Mourinho needs to win. He's the one who needs to win.
Not the worst result.
So if he needs to win, why not him come at us? Why does he have to stop us from playing? And that's where Mourinho's got to be the best, because I think with Mourinho's a very he's a destructive manager in terms of his tactics. He basically stops the opposition from playing, and then he hits teams on a counter attack. Like what did a guy, the Greek journalist who is a Real Madrid fan for the Sun, Anthony Castronakis, said something about Mourinho. Now, I'm a big Mourinho fan, but what he said made me sort of shut up. Mourinho's a flat track bully. Yeah. He only plays good football against smaller sides, but against a successful side who are as good as him or better, he plays destructive football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that,
yeah. Okay, right. Thanks for having us on. I think we're going to have to wrap the show up there. Thanks, Kenny Ken, for coming on.
Seb, you're doing well. You've got a good channel. Hope people like watching it. I'd always enjoy my time with Claude. Thanks, Claude, for asking me to come on. I enjoyed that.
That's all right, Kenny. And we just got to be hopeful that we let's get to Christmas within 2 points, and we'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, basically, let's avoid defeat at Christmas. I think, after Man United, we've got a very difficult game before Christmas. Man City.
Yeah. Everton away is also hard, and also.
But we've got a good record. Everton. The Man City haven't beaten us for nearly 4 years now.
Kenny, can I just say, am I the only one? But I would love us to have a winter break. With the Christmas.
Finally, Claude. Finally.
I don't think that's going to change, I'm afraid, until we get to the Qatar Winter World Cup. I think that's the only way that would stop.
Well, my reasoning is you're getting 2 games in 2 days, and what you're getting is not quality, you're getting quantity.
It's pure rubbish. It's first-class rubbish, Claude.
Eh?
It's an abomination. It's madness.
Just to get money through the turnstile. And you're getting 2 games in 2 days, and you're expecting players to play at their best twice in 2 days. It's not going to happen.
No, I don't like that.
What you're getting is the quality is not there, but you're just getting football matches. And if you want your players to be at the peak of their game, you've got to give them a proper rest. And the Christmas,
you do.
Forget all that. Listen, Christmas, sit down, relax with the family, do what you want.
Exactly.
Have the turkey sandwiches, or watch whatever. What do they put on Christmas?
They used to put a James Bond film on, or something like Tom Thumb, or The Sound of Music.
Oh, don't go on about Sound of Music. I had to that in 1969 with my mother. It's the worst experience of my life.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, well, thanks, viewers, for watching. Thanks, of course, Claude and Kenny Ken, for joining me. And like I said, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. And I'll be speaking to you very soon. And until I next see you then, come on, you Reds.
Come on, you Reds.